Welcome, everyone. I'm excited to kick off our presentation today. We're going to explore understanding the people and groups impacted by business, focusing on stakeholders in business. Over the next few slides, we'll look at who these stakeholders are, why they matter, and how we can effectively engage with them. Let's get started. So, who has an interest in how a business performs? Well, that's where stakeholders come in. Stakeholders are basically the people or groups that are involved in or affected by what a business does. They include everyone from employees and managers to customers, suppliers, and even the community around the business. Understanding who these stakeholders are is really important because their interests can influence how a business operates and makes decisions. So, when we talk about stakeholders, we're referring to all those individuals and groups that have a stake, literally, in the success or failure of the business. Throughout this presentation, we'll see how managing these relationships effectively is key to sustainable success. Because at the end of the day, a business doesn't exist in a vacuum. It exists in a network of relationships with these stakeholders. They plan for success. Their livelihood depends on it. Managers, in particular, want fair wages and job security. These are crucial because they directly impact their motivation and stability. On the other hand, workers are also internal stakeholders who are vital to the organization's success. Understanding their needs and concerns helps us create a balanced approach. When everyone's interests are considered, it fosters a more productive and harmonious work environment. This slide highlights how both managers and workers are interconnected within the organization, and how their success depends on fair treatment and security. It's a reminder that effective stakeholder management is key to achieving our overall goals. Now, let's talk about the importance of providing materials in a business setting. These materials are actually affected if the business fails, meaning that their quality and availability are directly tied to the company's overall health. If the business doesn't succeed, it can disrupt the entire supply chain, impacting everyone involved. Speaking of suppliers, they expect to receive quality goods at reasonable prices. This expectation is crucial because it helps keep the supply chain efficient and sustainable. Fair pricing and quality ensure that suppliers stay motivated and that the business can maintain a good relationship with them. When it comes to customers, their satisfaction depends heavily on the quality and fairness of the products or services they receive. Both customers and suppliers are interconnected. A smooth, reliable supply chain benefits both sides and supports the overall business success. So, in essence, providing quality materials at reasonable prices isn't just a good practice. It's vital for maintaining healthy relationships with suppliers and customers, and ultimately, for the success of the entire business. Now, let's take a look at how taxes play a crucial role in funding the public services we all rely on, like healthcare and education. Taxes collected from businesses and individuals are used by the government to provide these essential services that benefit everyone. In this context, the government focuses on the profit generated by businesses. This means that when a business makes a profit, it contributes a portion of that profit through taxes. These taxes are then reinvested into the community, helping to improve public facilities, schools, hospitals, and more. It's important to understand the relationship between owners and the government here. Owners, as the ones running the business, are responsible for managing profits and ensuring they comply with tax obligations. Meanwhile, the government uses the revenue from taxes to support the broader community. So, in essence, owners and the government have a shared interest. Owners benefit from a healthy, functioning society that can support their business, while the government relies on taxes to deliver vital services. This interconnectedness highlights how business success and public welfare go hand in hand. Businesses must balance growth with community well-being. As companies expand, it's crucial to consider how their actions impact the local community. While they value employment and creating jobs, they also need to be mindful of issues like pollution and noise. These concerns can sometimes conflict with growth goals, so finding that balance is essential. Our focus here is on understanding that a successful business doesn't just grow in size, but also supports the community it operates within. This connection between economic development and community health really ties into the overall theme of responsible and sustainable growth. Loss of jobs not only affects individual workers, but also has a ripple effect on the entire community. When people lose their jobs, it can lead to economic hardship for families and reduce overall community stability. Now, this can also lead to business closures, which further worsens the situation by increasing unemployment and reducing local economic activity. Additionally, factories and industrial activities often produce environmental costs like waste in water, noise, dust, and smoke. These pollution issues can harm local ecosystems and impact residents' health. All of these factors, the job losses, business closures, and pollution, are interconnected and contribute to what we call social costs. They have negative impacts on society's well-being, and it's important to recognize how these issues are linked to broader community health and resilience. Understanding these impacts helps us see the full picture of how industrial activity and economic change affect every layer of our community. Let's take a closer look at some of the key community projects that can really make a difference. These initiatives support essential aspects like housing, sports facilities, and green areas, which are vital for creating a vibrant and healthy community. When we invest in these areas, we're not just improving infrastructure, we're enhancing the quality of life for everyone. Additionally, these projects have a strong impact on boosting the local economy. They create jobs, which means more employment opportunities for residents and a more dynamic local business environment. And beyond the economic benefits, there are positive social impacts as well. These projects foster a sense of community, encourage active lifestyles, and promote environmental sustainability. Overall, by supporting these initiatives, we're building stronger, more connected, and more resilient communities for the future. Let's take a moment to consider how supporting charities plays a crucial role in our ethical responsibility. By giving back to the community, we demonstrate that our business values extend beyond profits and into making a positive impact. Avoiding child labor is another vital aspect. It's about ensuring that our supply chains are free from exploitation and that we're protecting the rights and well-being of children everywhere. Reducing pollution is essential not only for the environment, but also for the health of communities and future generations. It shows that we prioritize sustainability and responsible practices. All these actions highlight the importance of placing moral values as a priority for businesses. Ethical responsibility isn't just a nice-to-have, it's a fundamental part of building trust and integrity. When we integrate these principles into our operations, we align with the overall goal of creating a more responsible and sustainable business landscape. It's about doing the right thing, not just for today, but for the long-term success of our society and the planet. Now, let's look at the solution we've developed to address these challenges. We're proposing a massive redevelopment plan designed to transform the area completely. This isn't just about fixing a few things. It's about revitalizing the entire space to bring new life and opportunity. To give this some context, let's recall the problem we faced, losing 5,000 jobs and turning the land into what's called a brownfield site. That term might sound technical, but essentially it means land that's been contaminated or is underused, which hampers growth and development. This case study focuses on Region X, where we've outlined a strategic plan to overcome these issues. The goal is to turn a previously neglected area into a vibrant hub for employment, innovation, and community activity. So the key takeaway here is that a well-structured, comprehensive redevelopment approach can turn setbacks into opportunities. It's about transforming a problem into a promise for the future, aligning perfectly with our overall theme of resilience and proactive planning. Now, let's look at some of the key strategies in our redevelopment plan. First, we're focusing on training programs and attracting sustainable industries. This is crucial because it helps create new jobs that are not only plentiful, but also environmentally friendly, supporting long-term economic growth. Next, we're committed to building infrastructure like roads, schools, and healthcare facilities. These are essential for supporting the community, making sure families have access to quality education, healthcare, and reliable transportation. Finally, there's the cleanup effort. Removing debris and fixing environmental damage is vital to making the land safe again. This step not only improves the health and safety of our environment, but also prepares the land for future development. All these pieces, training, infrastructure, and cleanup, work together to revitalize the area, attract sustainable industries, and build a stronger, safer community for everyone. Success is really best when it benefits everyone involved. When all parties, businesses, and stakeholders are interconnected, it creates a stronger, more sustainable environment. It's about building relationships that are mutually supportive, where each element contributes to the overall success. Remember, the goal isn't just individual achievement, but shared growth. Throughout this presentation, we've seen how collaboration and interconnectedness drive better outcomes. So, as we wrap up, keep in mind that true success comes from benefiting the entire network, ensuring everyone has a stake in the win. That's the key to long-term success and resilience.